Meet Tara. She is a carefree, happy 16-year-old. She is part of India's young population, one of the 100 million children in the age group of 15 to 19 years. Soon, Tara is to be married to a boy 2 years older, at an age where children everywhere are dreaming and aspiring about their future. It is alarming to know that 1 in 3 of the world's child brides live in India. And 45% of India's child brides were married before the age of 15. More than 50% of all child brides in India live in these 5 states. Maharashtra is ranked first in GDP, third in good governance, and has nearly a tenth of India's population. 1 in 4 brides in Maharashtra are child brides. In 17 districts of Maharashtra, the prevalence of child marriage is higher than the state average of 26.3. So, what happens to children like Tara? What future does Maharashtra hold for her? Surely, going to school is important to Tara. Somehow, if she is able to finish her schooling, will it help her to escape the shackles of child marriage? Will Tara be amongst these 42% of girls in Maharashtra who will complete 10 years or more of schooling? 11 states are ahead of Maharashtra in ensuring girls study 10 years or more. Shouldn't more girls in Maharashtra be able to complete 10 years of schooling? There is a high likelihood that Tara will bear her first child well within the first year of marriage. NFH S4 data tells us that 6 in 10 girls married before the age of 18 became mothers before they turned 19. Tara could also suffer from anemia, which not only poses a risk to her health as a young mother, but also to her life. Due to Tara's child marriage and early pregnancy, Tara will take on responsibilities for which she is unprepared physically, mentally, or emotionally. She could face abuse, exploitation, and violence. Teenage mothers face nearly double the risk of infant mortality as compared to women who become mothers at the age of 20 to 29. Of the 17 districts with high prevalence of child marriages, 13 districts also have the highest prevalence of child stunting. But is it possible to end child marriage in Maharashtra by 2030? As shown here, Maharashtra has a declining trend in child marriages, but it is unlikely that the Sustainable Development Goal of 0 child marriages by 2030 will be achieved. With a rich history of social reformers, Maharashtra has both the will and the resources. What will it take to achieve a sustainable change to end child marriages? UNICEF commissioned a comprehensive research to understand behavior and socio-cultural practices around child marriage, with a view to recommend an effective plan of action. So, what are the key drivers of child marriage? Value of education is more for boys, as girls will marry. When girls fail, they discontinue education and are married. A good proposal for marriage is more valued than education for a girl. Boys do travel for higher education, but girls risk abuse during travel. Girls are bullied on appearance and dress when they do travel. Lack of nearby and quality education as well as housework pushes girls to drop out. Climate-stressed areas have higher levels of poverty and safety issues, which result in lack of access to education. Seasonal migration pushes girls to drop out of school unless grandparents are there to look after them. The primary role of girls is household work, which is perceived as feminine. Daughters are someone else's property. Therefore, why invest in education? Post-marriage decision-making power is with their husbands and in-laws, so girls have no say. Girls are married within a year of onset of menarche, as physical changes make them appear ready. Boys will elope and marry against their parents' choice. But if a girl elopes, her family must pay hunda or dowry to the groom's family. The girl is always blamed, even if the boy makes a mistake. Dowry is irrespective of a girl's looks or qualification, but in proportion with the groom's status. Dowry practice can make or break a marriage and is additional to the expense of wedding arrangements, often requiring a loan to be taken. Parents book brides as early as possible due to a skewed sex ratio. Boys can stay out late, unlike girls, who are not allowed to. Has intervening in ongoing child marriages been effective? Has the girl child involved gone back to school? Or is the strategy to prevent child marriages more likely to work? A preventive approach can bring about sustainable change with socio-economic benefits to the community and the state. CLAP stands for Communication, Law, Administration and Programs. All must go hand in hand to end child marriage. Ongoing communication to cover critical stakeholders. Amend state rules of PCMA 2006 to facilitate pre-marriage age verification and enhance profile of child marriage prohibition officers. Administration to strengthen capabilities of local stakeholders and mobilizing community leaders to prevent child marriage. Program strategies to build knowledge, change attitudes and enhance girls' self-esteem. Maharashtra has a goal of $1 trillion economy, requiring a skilled workforce of 4.22 crores by 2025. Ending child marriage will ensure girls come into the workforce as educated and skilled workers. This has the potential of adding 4% to the state's GDP. Child marriage-free Maharashtra, a successful Maharashtra.